Hey there, PELWELL family. Welcome to your 14-day core challenge. So go ahead and meet me in a seated position on the floor. Take a moment just to connect with your breathing. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Let your body just kind of relax and melt into the floor beneath you. We're going to start today's practice with a little bit of breath work to warm up the abdominals and to prepare the body for the practice that lays ahead. So on the next breath, bring your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, let it out. We're going to move into fire breathing. So we're going to take in a half inhale and then we're going to let out sharp exhales through the nose as the belly contracts back towards the abdominals with every exhale. So go ahead and let the belly come towards the spine as the exhale. You should feel it make that contraction. And then when you're ready, start with your sharp exhales, making them even audible. And if you can, pick up the pace with the breathing, with the exhales, warming up the abdominals, warming up the body with this breath. Sharp exhales. Stay with this breathing. On your next breath, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Take in 3 big inhales through the mouth and hold the breath at the top. Stay connected with the breath. Keep holding the breath. And then exhale, let it all out. Bring the hands back towards the legs. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, side out. We're going to do another round of fire breathing before we start our core flow for today. So settle back into your breath. Bring that one hand to the heart and one to the belly. Take in that nice deep inhale. Exhale right into your fire breathing. That belly making those sharp contractions back towards the spine with every exhale, audibly breathing out. As the hand is on the belly, feel the belly actually contracting towards the spine with these sharp exhales. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Take in 3 big gulps. Through the mouth, hold the breath. Stay with it. And then exhale it all out, release. From here, slowly roll into tabletop. Round the spine as you exhale, pulling the abdominals in. And then inhale, find that length, take your gaze forward. Rounding the spine again, pulling everything up and in. Inhale, find that length. Keep flowing through your cat-cow here. Feeling the abdominals contract and then release. Finding this connection so as we start to work through the abdominals later in the practice, you can feel how the abdominals pull up and back towards the spine and then how they release and open up. next one, really press the belly button down towards the floor. Find that micro back bend through the lower back. And then as you round the spine, find a big rounding through the spine. Really pull the abdominals in. Like you're trying to bring your hips and your chest towards the belly button. If your feet were tucked under, go ahead and release and come into a neutral spine. One more time, big rounding. Press the floor away through the hands and through the knees, and then take that gaze back forward. This time as you round, tuck the chin towards the chest, taking the gaze back towards the belly button. And then inhale, take the gaze all the way forward in front of you. Again, as you round, tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale, forward. Now we're going to just add a little movement here. So as you round and take the chin back, sit back onto the heels. And as you inhale, shift the weight forward, keeping the arms straight and locked out, keeping your core strong and engaged as you come forward, almost into a modified plank, pushing past tabletop. Stay grounded, stay connected with the floor through the knees, through the tops of the feet, and through the hands. Keep flowing back and forth, finding strength through the abdominals. Come to center, round the spine, take the gaze back towards the belly button. Try to scoop the abs in a little bit more. And release, coming back into a nice neutral spine. Tuck the toes under. Pressing through the hands, you're going to bend the elbows so they go out wide. And then hug them in towards the body like you're in a chaturanga. From here, take the gaze forward. And then float the knees from the floor, keeping the elbows bent. Coming into this beast pose, feeling the strength through the upper body, through the abdominals. Stay connected with your breath. Stay up on the tippy toes, keeping the weight dipping forward. And on the exhale, rise the hips all the way to the sky, down dog. Come up onto the tippy toes. As you drive the sits bones high to the sky, bend the knees, letting them come about a couple inches from the floor. And then exhale, straighten the legs back out. Inhale, back up onto the tippy toes, bending the knees so they're hovering the floor, pressing the chest and the belly back towards the thighs. And then exhale, find that length, straighten the legs back out. Inhale again, up onto the tippy toes, bending those knees, pressing the chest and belly back towards the thighs. Keep pressing the floor away, keep weight in the hands. And then exhale, straighten the legs, hips back up to the sky. Inhale onto the tippy toes. Keep the weight slightly forward, pull the abdominals in. Slowly shift forward, coming into plank. Keep pressing the heels back. Corkscrew the hands into the floor so the inside of the elbows are facing forward. Find length through the body. Keep your core strong. Shift the weight forward so the shoulders are past the fingertips, coming up onto the tippy toes. Drive your sits bones high to the sky. Bend the elbows slightly as you drive back into down dog. Come up onto the tippy toes. And again, round yourself all the way back into plank. Shift the weight forward so the shoulders are past the fingertips. Drive the hips up to the sky first, and then drive the belly back to the thighs as you come into down dog. Come back up onto the tippy toes. Round yourself back forward into plank. Keep your core strong. Catch yourself in the plank without the hips dropping. Shift the weight forward up onto the toes. Drive the hips up towards the ceiling, and then chest back towards the thighs as you come back to down dog. Come up onto the tippy toes again. Stay here, breathe. knees slightly. Keep driving the chest back towards the thighs. Take the gaze forward and then let the knees melt all the way to the floor. Nice job coming back into tabletop. Tucking the toes under. Pressing the hands into the floor. Find your breath. Reach the left arm forward, like you're reaching towards the room in front of you. And then extend your left leg to the wall behind you. Find length from the fingertip to the toes. Keep balance between the left knee and the right hand. Keep the core strong so you're not sagging the lower back. And then from here, pulse reach the leg and the arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe a 6-inch movement just up and down, keeping the core stable, using your core to balance here. Bring everything back. Hold, hold, hold. As you exhale, bring the elbow and the knee together, rounding the spine, just as we did in our warm-up practice in our tabletop position. Inhale, find that length. Extend the arm and the leg back out. Exhale, bring everything to center, elbow to knee. As you make these contractions, keep the abdominals strong. Make sure you're not sagging the lower back by letting the belly button fall to the floor. Keep pressing evenly between the left knee and the right hand, stabilizing, and using your core to find that balance. Hold on the next one, then extend your left arm to the side wall and sweep your right leg out at an angle. Find your balance even though everything is offset here. Keep your core strong and pulse reach the hand and the leg up towards the ceiling. Engaging the glute and the hamstring on the right leg. Slowly bring it back. And again, we're going to pull everything into the center of the body as we contract and round the spine, and then extend it back out. Left hand to the side of the room, right leg off at an angle. Exhale as you bring everything into the center of the body, and inhale as you find that extension. Keep strong through the right arm, not allowing yourself to sink into it by collapsing to the floor or bending that arm. Reach the left arm back forward, right leg back in line with the hip, and slowly bring everything back in. Taking the gaze forward and then rounding the spine, taking a moment to reset as we transition into the other side. So come back to a neutral spine first, reach the right arm forward and extend the left leg back. Find length from the fingertips to the toes. Keep your core strong. Keep your hips and chest square to the floor. Keep pressing strong through the left arm, and then add that pulse reach up towards the ceiling. Keep finding that length, finding that stabilization through the abdominals. Stay connected with the breath. Slowly bring it back. And then we're going to contract as we pull everything in towards the center of the body. Exhale and inhale, find that extension, that length. Exhale, contract, and inhale, lengthen. Really pull the abdominals up and in towards the spine as you bring everything towards the center. Now take the right hand to the right side of the room and the left leg off at an angle. Keep everything square. Try not to open the hips and then add that pulse reach. So we're focusing on keeping the hips and the chest square to the floor by engaging through the abdominals. Hold, and then get ready to contract everything, bringing it towards the center. And then inhale, extend everything far away from the body. So we're offset, really focusing on using the core to balance and to stabilize. Keep with your breath. Exhale as you bring everything into the center, and inhale as you find that lengthening. Nice job. Stay with it. Slowly bring the right hand back and the left leg back in line with the body, and then release. Taking the gaze forward and then rounding the spine, taking the gaze back. Taking a moment just to settle back in. Slowly bend the elbows out wide and then hug them in towards the chest. Tuck the toes under. So you have chaturanga-like arms, and then float the knees just an inch or two from the floor and then drive yourself up, down dog. Come up onto the tippy toes, taking the gaze back. Round yourself forward, coming into plank. Keep your core strong. Shoulders over wrists. Let your knees come towards the floor. If we're going to do this in a modified plank. But if you'd like to do this in a high plank, go ahead and meet me there. Float the right foot and bring the knee to the tricep, placing the foot on the floor. Tent the left fingertips, but try to keep your hips square to the floor. Curl the right toes under and then reach the left arm forward. As you bring the left arm back, we're going to float the right foot from the floor, finding your balance, keeping your core to stabilize. As you reach the arm out, bring the foot back to the floor. Pull it in and lift the foot. Extend it out and lower the foot. Stay connected with the breath, so inhale as you lengthen and drop the foot, and exhale as you pull in and lift. Really brace the abdominals here. Extend the right leg back, drop the knees and sit into child's pose, giving the arms a little break. Come back into your plank. I'm going to demo this in a modified plank for the left side, so float the left leg, bring the knee to the tricep, toes under, tent the right fingertips. Extend the right arm out, and as you pull the right arm in, you're going to float the left leg from the floor, scooping in the abdominals. Really strong through your midsection here as you find your balance, your stability, being strong through the left arm as it stabilizes. Stay connected with your breath. Inhale as you lengthen and lower. Exhale as you contract and lift. Slowly release yourself back down. And again, sit back into child's pose. Give yourself a little breather. Nice job. Slowly roll yourself up to tabletop and then exhale back into down dog. Roll all the way through to plank. Keep the core strong as you drive back into down dog. Slowly walk the feet all the way up towards the hands. Fold forward. Allow yourself just to take this moment. Sit the hips back a little bit, almost as if you're going to go into chair pose. Grab opposite elbows. And if it feels comfortable, sway side to side, or maybe you just stay here in stillness. Whatever you prefer for your practice. Slowly bring it back to center if you were swaying. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, keep sitting the hips down. Take the feet wide, about hip width. Take the hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, coming into chair. Bring the hands to the chest. Sit a little deeper. Keep the core nice and strong to stabilize through the lower back. Reach the arms forward, counterbalancing as you drop a little deeper. Slowly bring the hands to the floor. Sit the hips onto the heels to have a seat. Take the knees wide, hugging at the shins. Pull yourself forward and then round the spine as you lean back, using the grip on the legs. Keep flowing forward and back with your breath here. Release the arms from the legs, extend them out long. Keep your chin tucked under. as you start to float the legs, bringing the shins parallel with the ceiling. And then from there, find length in the upper body, pulling the crown of the head up to the ceiling. Stabilize through the abdominals. And then slowly we're going to transition all the way onto our backs, using the core strength to lower down. Bring the arms and legs up above the chest and the hips. Bend the right knees. Extend the arms overhead and extend the legs out long. Exhale, contract, pull everything in, almost like you're setting up to do a crow, so you're bringing the triceps and the legs together. Exhale, now reach through the legs and pulse reach, like you're doing little crunches. Keeping the knees wide and the feet together. Lifting and lowering down the center of your body, keeping the upper body off the floor. Exhale with each crunch. Extend your left leg out long. Keep the right leg as it is and keep your crunch going. Stay with it. Keep breathing. Slowly bring the left leg back in. Extend the right leg out. And again, keep crunching. You're almost there. Keep breathing. Stay with it. Bring both legs in. And reach through the legs as you're trying to touch the wall behind you. Slowly find extension. Exhale, crunch back up. As you crunch this time, bring the knees towards the shoulders and the hands towards the wall behind you. Stay with it. Keep breathing. Feel the abdominal strength. Slowly release. Hug the knees into the chest. Thank you for joining us for day 1 for your core challenge. You did so good today. Extend the arms and legs up. Let everything just kind of hang in the air. Be so proud of what you accomplished. Please make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications and continue to follow this challenge. Until next time, be well.